national coverage, So very much like in the vein of Glow, which is no longer with us anymore. It's a great inside look at the indie wrestling world. Very, very fun stuff, and it's got a whopping 100% on Rotten, if that means anything.
Oh, wow.
To anybody.
Huh.
Yeah. Insane.
And Steven Mel is in that, right?
I believe, yeah.
From Arrow?
Yes. I knew I recognized him from somewhere. He looks like that the guy from Raising Hope, and I was like, no, that's not him. I forget the guy's name, but
yeah, I listened to a podcast with him on it, and he actually said he gained like 25, 30 pounds to feel like body accurate as a wrestler. He put on a bunch of weight and in muscle, of course, and he's like, you're not going to believe that I'm a wrestler if I'm all cut with a six-pack. He's like, wrestlers don't look like that.
Especially the kind of wrestlers that are being portrayed, that kind of not backyard, but that kind of
like indie.
Yes, the indie circuit wrestlers,
Yeah.
Very interesting show. Check it out on Stars. It's only into its 3 episodes, so you can catch up really quick. I've been having a blast with it, and it's fun. Whether you're into wrestling or not, it's kind of a good look at the, that kind of, how do you say, alternative lifestyle, culture, what have you. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Heels on Stars. And if you don't have anything else to add, James, we can move into our movie focus of the week, which is yours.
Yeah, I think that's it. Let's do it.
All right. So we're talking about the Suicide Squad. Let me throw that out there.
Don't get confused.
Yeah. Rated R. It's from 2021. It's a comic book action film. It runs at 2 hours and 12 minutes. And it's got a smooth, well-deserved 91 on Rotten.
Very nice.
It's directed and written by James Gunn, our boy. Starring Idris Elba, Daniela Melchior, John Cena, Margot-Robbie, Joel Kinnaman, David Dastmalchian. Did I say that right?
David Dastmalchian, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And, of course, the voice of Sylvester Stallone as King Shark.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So the film is set after the events of Birds of Prey and follows a new cast of villains with chips once again embedded in their heads, who are sent out on a mission to destroy evidence involving an alien being. We are all aware of director David Ayer's 2016 film Suicide Squad, which, although made money, was critically panned upon its release. David Ayer eventually bowed out of returning for the film's sequel to pursue another film within the DCU. This led to DC hiring famed director James Gunn in 2018 after he had been let go from Disney for some resurfaced Twitter posts. With DC swooping up Gunn at first to develop a Superman film, something Gunn wasn't too keen on at the time. He then was given free rein to develop the film he wanted with a property he felt more comfortable with. Shortly after Gunn was taken in by DC, Marvel came knocking once again, asking Gunn to return for Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3. With Marvel agreeing to wait on the sidelines until the Suicide Squad was completely done. The film's rather simple title was pitched as a joke that ultimately stuck, and is meant to be somewhat of a soft reboot that aimed to distance itself from its predecessor. However, a few key characters do return for this outing, and the rating was changed from PG-13 to a hard R, which definitely helps the film feel more authentic, and it plays with a handful of DC villains. Overall, The Suicide Squad feels like an authentic return to James Gunn's horror and exploitation roots, as he easily shows he's capable of more than just Guardians. With Guardians, Gunn was able to adapt a crew of second-rate Marvel characters that nobody had really heard of, and spin a story which broke new ground for the MCU. Now with The Suicide Squad, he does just the same, as he brings forth a bunch of largely unknown characters from John Ostrander's original Suicide Squad run from the comics of the 80s, and has loads of fun doing so with his trademark edgy humor and lots of violence and gore. It's a shame that the movie was released in a time where we as fans have the choice of seeing the film from the comfort of our own home, as it was one of the top streamed films for HBO. However, as of now, it's considered a box office flop, failing to break even at the box office. Critically, it seems to be a favorite amongst all of the movies of the DCU. If you have yet to see this film, please give it a go on HBO Max, as it will be leaving in just a few days from this recording. Thank you.
Nice. I love the going back into the pretty much James Gunn's history. That was nice.
Yeah. You know, it's a must. We got to, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure we'll do a little bit more right now.
Yeah.
But first, what made you want to jump on and talk about this film, man? What do you like about it?
Oh, well, I wanted to do this one. I thought it would be a fun one to do right before we get into the spooky season. And it was almost a redeeming movie, if you will, for what we got for David Ayer's cut, our version. I want to talk about it before it was kind of, removed from HBO Max. I'm sure it's going to be back on there within a couple of months, but I wanted to get this out of the way and see what your thoughts are. I know we both kind of feel the same way about the film, and I'm pretty sure there's a little bit of differences in that. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this. I thought it was a fun movie to go over, and it was definitely fun to rewatch it again. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this film, and I just felt like it'd be a fun one to kind of review, kind of a easier one, not so difficult and easier to follow than some of the movies that I've wanted to do before.
Okay, yeah, I can respect that. I wasn't expecting you to pick this so soon, but I was kind of excited because we don't really get the opportunity, It's usually you that picks like a newer film, especially like something like this is very fresh still.
Oh, yeah.
So I think this is where we should insert if you haven't seen it yet and you don't want anything spoiled for you, please put us on pause, go watch the film, do the free trial HBO Max if you don't already have it, and then come back if you're bothered by spoilers. If you're not, this was your warning.
Yes. We will be spoiling this.
But yeah, I love this film, and I feel like I wish more comic book movies had the balls that this had. You know what I mean? And not to say that it hasn't been done before. We have what is it? We have the Deadpool. We have I guess you could say it was Logan. Birds of Prey did it already, but not quite.
Not this way. I would say not in this sense.
Yeah, and not in the incredible, just bonkers, an ensemble cast, just doing the craziest batshit stuff, and they can get away with everything because their core cast are villains anyway, and there's no real heroes, to speak of in this, although it is a DCU film, so they get away with every single thing. It was genius, and I loved that, coming off of being fired, Gunn gets this, and DCU, the studio is just like, just do whatever you want, full trust, no restraints, the way that they did with David Ayer, or supposedly with David Ayer, which is probably why the 2016 film, although it's fun and some stuff works and some stuff doesn't, you know, this just blows it out of the water.
Oh, for sure. It's night and day, if you want to compare them.
Yeah, like if you watching that first one, it's like rather boring compared to this gonzo movie, you know.
Oh yeah.
You're like,
yeah, and the rated R definitely helps this one succeed in doing things that the other one couldn't, especially in terms of like violence. There's so many scenes where it's like almost over the top and like crazy. James Gunn's he's not shy to show some blood in his movies, ever. But he definitely, I love that they kind of gave him, like you said, they gave him free reign to do whatever he wants, basically. And I know when he was approached to do something for them, I know they gave him a handful of, I think they gave him the reins to anything. They said, here's all these things that we want to do. Here's, these 10 characters that we're thinking of doing here in the future. Pick any of them, pick whatever one you want. And I know he stuck with Suicide Squad, because I'm pretty sure that's something in his wheelhouse. I know it's somewhat similar to Guardians of the Galaxy, but definitely, if you were to put these two franchises together, it's definitely, again, I hate to use the same comparison, but night and day from Guardians and this. I think just because of the rated R factor. But,
yeah, you can see where his style is still there, but this is like, I'm making an adult film, and I don't care about people's feelings, especially not even just with the violence, but with some certain jokes, certain things. You can just be like, oh yeah, like they didn't care about test audiences whatsoever. Pretty much, they just went with his full vision, and that was it, and it just gives me hope that there is still some kind of, there is, originality out there as far as the way that you can go about something, because of course you can see the comparisons between this and Guardians with, Groot and King Shark, but then you see King Shark was his physique and everything was altered specifically so he wouldn't be like that cute, like lovable character. So you have like that animal hybrid character that James Gunn has become known for, but it's a different kind of beast, and
right.
and there's a immediate threat there that it's awesome. It's kind of like the bad older brother of Guardians, like that.
Yeah.
The kid
the
that,
black sheep.
Yes, of the family, so to speak, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed this one, and I remember the tagline for this when it was coming out. They showed the trailer, and along with the posters as well, and it said, "Don't get too attached," and they really meant that with pretty much the entire cast of this film. With the I'm not even sure how many people we start off with. I want to say probably like 15 or so altogether, with Group 1 and Group 2. I want to say around 15. At the end, there's only 3 or 4 that are still alive. So you're killing like 80% of your entire cast, and 60% of that cast is gone within the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, what an incredible. We're gonna talk about the characters, but first, I want to just say before I forget, what an incredible opening to a movie. This opening, it sets you up, and and shows you, kind of fools you. It shows you like your core characters. You got Pete Davidson, you got Michael Rooker, all these familiar faces, and you're like, okay, where's this gonna go, and then they're all subsequently murdered that's like the hook of the film, is they're pretty much
They're extending